Hey everybody, T-Man again bringing you guys another video, and I got this video for you that I'm going to be doing this series here. I'm going to be taking every single wrestler on the WWE roster. I was just looking right now at the WWE website, Superstars, looking at all the superstars, and I'm going to give you my fantasy booking. I'm going to take a wrestler each video here and telling you how I would book the character moving forward from this point, and what I would have done different, what they're doing with them now. Now, the first guy I'm going to do, when I looked at the superstars and I saw in alphabetical order, I'm not going to go in alphabetical order, but it's the first guy I saw, and I was thinking what they could do with him and what they could do with the title is Alberto Del Rio. I am furious, and I've been furious, what they've been doing with the United States title since Alberto Del Rio dropped it to Kalisto, and probably maybe a little bit before that. I mean, here they had an opportunity now with rebuilding SmackDown. And I'm sure WWE thinks they're doing a great job. I mean, they just pat themselves on the back with every single damn thing they do. But I believe what they're doing with the United States title is wrong. I don't like Hot Potato. I've told you before, I don't like the game Hot Potato, and that's what they're doing with the United States title. After John Cena spent the better part of the year building that title, not the biggest John Cena fan, but I respect that living hell on what he did with the United States title, giving it to Del Rio. I've told you guys that I like what they did with Del Rio with the title. Told you that. I was okay with that. So, anyways, moving on with Alberto Del Rio, here's how I would book the man. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes here on my phone, but here's how I would book Alberto Del Rio. I would have, first of all, here's my fantasy booking. I would have never had him dropped it to Kalisto, obviously. And then this is no rip on Kalisto. Eventually in this series, I'll get to Kalisto, and I would tell you what I would do with Kalisto. But here's what I would do with Alberto Del Rio, is I would really build this guy and build the United States Championship. Because right now, what the WWE is trying to do is they're trying to build new superstars. So you gotta have a way what to do with your kind of older superstars but big names, like a Jericho who comes Jericho comes off on a more like a John Cena, Randy Orton. I would put Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus. I will put these guys like kind of in a division. These are faces we've seen a lot. These are big names, solid names. I felt like John Cena built the groundwork to rebuild that United States title into not just being just a whatever title, a serious title. Giving it to a guy like Kalisto and playing hot potato back and forth with Alberto Del Rio, I don't like that. I would keep, here's what I would have done here, is I would have kept the title on Alberto Del Rio until after WrestleMania. Just looking at him now, you know, I'm thinking, I would probably have him drop the title when Randy Orton comes back, and have Randy Orton maybe win it against Alberto Del Rio at like a SummerSlam, or a Money in the Bank, or a pay-per-view like that. That's what I would do with Alberto Del Rio. I would keep him as a very serious role, and then from there, you'll have a guy like Randy Orton, you know, who he'll need something to do when he comes back. And, you know, I'm sure, yeah, you could put him in the world title picture, maybe not winning the title, but you need to keep everything fresh. You know, I don't want to see things get stale again. You know, people are afraid, you know, they're breaking ground with new superstars. Building new superstars. Let's continue that with the World Heavyweight division. Let's build that with these new stars, with Roman Reigns, if they booked him right, and guys like that. Let's focus on that. So guys that has names like Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus, John Cena, I would put prestige in that United States title. So when these guys like John Cena and Randy Orton, who's probably only going to be around for another few more years, when they finally step down and hand it off to the guy, to a younger guy like AJ Styles and those type guys, which I would put as an Intercontinental title. The Intercontinental title is always known to be, you know, having the next big thing, having the Intercontinental title. I would go back to that formula and having some kind of the young guys have that IC title with long reigns or whatever right before they're ready to jump up for the heavyweight division. I mean, that's what I would do with Ambrose. I wouldn't take that title off of Ambrose until he's ready to take that next big step, like they did back in the day with Edge. You know, they didn't take the belt, or no, Orton, I think it was, back in 2004 when he won the belt from Chris Benoit in SummerSlam. They had him as the Intercontinental title all the way up until the pay-per-view before SummerSlam, which was, I believe, Vengeance, and he dropped the title to Edge. He dropped the title to Edge, and they took it off of him only because they had another plan for him. In his case, it was to become the World Heavyweight Champion from Randy Orton for a month before dropping the back off to Triple H. So that's what I want to see what happens to the titles. It's called, I mean, and you know what? I shouldn't even have been having to give this fantasy booking to WWE what to do with their titles. I mean, watching them throughout the years, that's where I got the formula. They need to go back to basics. That's what WWE needs to do. And a guy like Alberto Del Rio, who's such an international star, those of you who don't realize that, go watch some of the stuff from AAA. Most recently, watch the stuff he did in Lucha Underground. You know, the guy's a Mexican superstar. Boy, they had an opportunity to really bring him back as a babyface, and I was okay that they brought him back as a heel. I didn't like the whole Zep Coulter thing, which I'm a big fan of Zep Coulter. Not Zep Coulter's fault, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I think of Alberto Del Rio, and that's pretty much the direction I would go with it. So, until the next video, I'll see you for the next one, guys. Please like this video, subscribe. Please, let's build this channel together. Leave any questions you have down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. And I will see you guys for the next video. Take care, guys.